Salaki, that's camera difficulties. But like I was saying, like Independence Day, all right, you Israelites is out there celebrating a holiday where you wasn't even free, man. Like, what independence are you celebrating? Exactly, all right. Y'all was, not y'all, but us using hardcore bondage at that time. So it's really nothing, no independence to celebrate, all right. Martin Luther King Day, you know what I'm saying? They worshiping a man who did nothing, man. What did he do? Even the plan or the blueprint that he set forth, which wasn't of Yahweh Shem Yahushua in the first place, so it wasn't gonna work. But it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody in America getting judged off the content of their character. You're getting judged off straight your race, man. All right, in America, that's how America it was set up. That's the foundation. So going back to Proverbs 20:1. All right, where it's wine is a mocker. All right, you're staggering drunk off the philosophies of Esau. So you're making a mockery of yourself, man. You know? It says, strong drink is raging, and whoever deceived thereby is not wise. All right, so if you're deceived by the philosophies, set forth of Esau, all right, you're just not wise, man. All right, 'cause when you really dig into his bullshit, it's just that. It's bullshit. It don't even make no sense, man. You know what I'm saying? Half this shit, Easter and shit. All that shit don't even, his holidays, the spin that he's put on that shit don't even make no sense. Alright? It doesn't make any sense to, like his gender. You know what I'm saying? Like all this gender shit that's going on. And I remember a couple months back, I seen this interview. I know brothers familiar with the Breakfast Club, Charlemagne and them. And it was this dude on there with Malik Yoba, 'cause we know he gay. He fuck dudes, dressed up as women. Alright. But the dude said, what gender are you? He said cisgender. Like these niggas is just making up genders as they go. What is that? I never heard that shit in my life before 2019, man. A cisgender, alright? It's just the confusion they hit you with, man. Just like a transgender in itself, if it's a transgender woman, that's just a man dressed up like a woman. So if you're having sex with a transgender, you're gay. You know what I'm saying? You're having sex with a man in drag. That's what they used to call it when I was younger, like a drag queen. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, man. All right, but in America, that's a woman. It's foolishness, man. All right, woman equal to man. How? Like what society in world history has ever been ran off the brain power of a woman? What has ever been built? What's the greatness? You know what I'm saying? And men, you got a woman. You have women, you know what I'm saying, to pop them. That's the scriptures say a woman is a man's glory. All right, so you have women around, they play their role, but all this women equal to a man and shit. Like I seen this commercial on the Super Bowl. They say, man, you gotta make space for women. Is it room for women in space or some shit like that? And I'm sitting there watching that shit like, who the fuck cares if women go to space? Ain't nobody oppressing women saying you can't go to space. But in every facet of American media, they try to act like women and gays are oppressed. You know what I'm saying? And try to make the heterosexual man, especially the Israelite man, look like a demon. You know what I'm saying? It's a gruesome sex animal, man, And that shit wicked, man, But getting back to the, just the wine and the confusion. All right, like I said before, holidays, y'all don't even know why y'all celebrate that shit. Everything in this place is confusion, man. All right, and it's all off the wine of Esau, man. All right, the only thing he do is spew confusion. You know what I'm saying? Out of his mouth, all his ideologies and shit is confusion, man. And that's why you see the eastern part of the world bucking up, because they don't want that shit in their society, man. Y'all just, used to the shit with the Stockholm Syndrome shit. Y'all used to that shit. The people in the eastern part of the world don't want that shit nowhere near them, man. Everybody don't want their women half-ass naked walking around the street, man. Like I was at work this one time, and you know how you walking towards somebody face to face. So there's this Ishmaelite woman. She had the garb on, you know what I'm saying? Or at least her face wasn't covered, but her head was covered, long dress, you know what I'm saying? So I walked past her. And when you look back, in the back of the dress and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because usually you don't even look back at no Muslim woman, because they cover head to toe. So I just happened to look back, and she covered up everything but her ass and some leggings, man. Like that defeat the whole purpose of the traditional garb they got from us. The traditional garb, man. You know what I'm saying? Why does she dress like that? Why does she make sure that her ass is showing? She's being Americanized, man. And in America, bitches dress like hoes. So she don't want to be left out of the whole crew, you know what I'm saying? So she feel like she got to dress like a hoe and be a feminist, man. All right? That's the confusion of America. That's the straight confusion that I saw. One in the front, she's looking like she's trying to be like a woman covered up and all that shit, but in the back, it was straight America. You know what I'm saying? Leggings, tight-ass pants, all up her ass, man. So that goes in that confusion. That's what America does to all of these countries, man. All right? That's why the scriptures I'm going to get into later. It said that wine has spread across the whole world, man. All right? Everybody wants to be a quote-unquote American, man. Meaning they just want to be an animal and do what they want to do, man. All right? And anybody who, you know, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and on down, and anybody outside of that talks against that wickedness becomes a target, you know, which we are in this thing. But wine is a mocker. Proverbs 20:1, wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging, and whoever is deceived thereby is not wise. No. This is Habakkuk 2 and 15. It says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor strong drink, that putteth the bottle to him and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. All right, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor strong drink. Now going back to the wine, all right. Now Esau is still guilty of that, man. All right, that giveth his neighbor strong drink. What is that strong drink? His philosophies, man. All right, because just like, you know, Proverbs 20:1, all right, this can be attributed to somebody who's just, you know, drinking like strong drink for real. All right, like if you give somebody a drink because you know that they're gonna wild out, you know that they're gonna make a fool of themselves. All right, like Proverbs 20:1, wine is a mocker. All right, you give them somebody a drink just to watch them make a mockery of themselves. That's what Esau do, man. All right, cause he know this shit that he doing to us is wrong. He's just the devil, so he doesn't have a conscience, man. All right, Esau know. I mean, come on, man. You gotta be an idiot not to know homosexuality is perverse. Nothing comes of it, man. You know, but he pushes that shit. Esau know ain't no woman equal to no man, because when you look at them families, you know, the quote-unquote elite families, you call them an Illuminati, international bankers or whatever, how many fucking women you think is up there making decisions, man? Them women up there ain't making no decisions. They sitting in the back and letting they men do that wickedness, man. Alright? But he'll push to you that your woman needs to be equal to you. Alright? Kids are above the parent, you know what I'm saying, in America. Alright? You can't even discipline your kids. Or your kid could pick up the phone and send you to jail for if they really wanted to. You know what I'm saying? He know all of this is confusion, but he sits back and watches it, man. All right, just like they put drugs in communities, black and Latino communities, but then label you a drug dealer and send you to jail. That's a setup, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a setup, man. Like it's like a mouse trap. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, you put and Jake wicked for that shit, but when you pour, you know, and you don't know the truth, all right, or if you shun the truth, you're gonna do anything you can to survive. So if you put drugs in front of drugs and guns in a poor community, they're gonna try to fight for it. Niggas gonna sell people drugs. People gonna get killed, man. You know. So like I said, like a mouse trap. You know, of course the mouse gonna try to get the cheese. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't see the trap, man. All right, but we see that shit through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah. All right, we see that shit. So them doing that shit is wicked, man. You giving Jake